uncomfortable red carpet chats, squeaky-voiced Muppets, and cozying up to Spider-Man, Amelia Dimoldenberg's chicken shop date may seem like a fun, off-the-cuff interview show, but the truth is a lot more complicated. Amelia Dimoldenberg is now undoubtedly a bona fide A-lister in her own right. Not only is she the host of the beloved YouTube series Chicken Shop Date, but she also has a recurring gig interviewing Hollywood's biggest stars at events like the Academy Awards. The Oscars red carpet might seem like an odd place for somebody who hosts an interview series set in London's chicken shops, but actually, Dimoldenberg has just the right training for the job. Before she started her YouTube series, Dimoldenberg was studying fashion journalism at Central St. Martin's, which is part of the University of the Arts London and one of the UK's most prestigious fashion colleges. Other famous fashion names to come out of Central St. Martin's include Stella McCartney and the late designer Alexander McQueen. She graduated in 2017, but in 2024, Dimoldenberg received an additional honorary fellowship from Central St. Martin's. In a statement, James Purnell, the president of the University of the Arts London, described Dimoldenberg as someone with an extraordinary impact on the arts, culture, and society.
When I was sitting in this very hall, I could never have predicted the journey that my life would have taken. I mean, I really thought I would have a boyfriend by now.
Over the 10 years that she has been part of Chicken Shop Date, Dimoldenberg has been on countless dates, but it all started back when she was a teenager. She is now in her 30s, but she went on her very first date for the series at 17. After that, it would be 3 more years before she started shooting video content similar to what we see from Chicken Shop Date now. Dating has, of course, been a huge part of Dimoldenberg's success, but the large majority of the dates we see are purely for entertainment purposes. In an interview in March 2025, Dimoldenberg told Cosmopolitan UK that she has never dated any of the guests in real life, even though some viewers might like her to. Dimoldenberg's chemistry with Andrew Garfield during a red carpet interview at the Golden Globes in 2023 sent fans into a frenzy. For example, Garfield eventually appeared on Chicken Shop Date at the end of 2024 in an 11-minute long episode, but in 2025, she told The New Yorker, "I don't think it's going to happen." She also confirmed to Cosmopolitan UK that even though she thought Garfield was lovely, she had already friend-zoned him.
I think we should be friends.
Okay.
When Dimoldenberg first started dating people in chicken shops, she wasn't documenting any of it on YouTube or any other social media platform for that matter. Instead, she was writing it all down in a column for a youth club magazine. It was after she started at Central St. Martin's that she began filming episodes and uploading them to her YouTube account. Dimoldenberg was dedicated to her Chicken Shop Date series from the beginning and took it extremely seriously. In a 2017 article she wrote for The Guardian, Dimoldenberg said she was so committed to the YouTube series, it felt like she was studying for 2 degrees. Her tutors were not so impressed, however. In fact, Dimoldenberg said that for one tutor in particular, her chicken shop dates were a source of continual annoyance. In an Instagram post about her 2024 honorary fellowship from Central St. Martin's, Dimoldenberg reflected on this criticism from her tutors. She wrote that when she graduated from the college, she felt somewhat of a failure due to the lack of approval she had received from her tutors. She said that looking back on it now, she felt that their judgment was irrelevant. In the post, she also encouraged others to hold on to their creative independence and to remember that when one door shuts, another one always opens. The very first guest on Dimoldenberg's YouTube version of Chicken Shop Date was Getz, a British grime MC. Grime is a genre of electronic dance music that originated in Britain in the early 2000s. In the 2014 interview, Dimoldenberg shows she has already honed her trademark, slightly awkward interviewing style. With her now signature deadpan expression, she asks the musician things like,
"If your music was a type of chicken, part of the chicken, what would it be?"
According to Dimoldenberg, she started enjoying grime music during her time at the youth club. She was inspired to interview grime artists because she wanted people to watch the content she was putting out, and that's what her peers were listening to at the time. Dimoldenberg also told The Cut in 2024 that the original idea to interview grime artists was that she got to make content for her YouTube channel and had the chance to meet and date the musicians too. Since then, Chicken Shop Date has, of course, moved away from grime. Now, Dimoldenberg interviews many different kinds of musicians, including Wicked star Cynthia Erivo, for example, and Sabrina Carpenter.
Are you a flirt?
Do you think I am?
Yeah.
Why?
You just literally did the most flirty thing ever. Me?
Dimoldenberg is a big music fan and has interviewed many musicians on the show, but Chicken Shop Date is not just limited to musical guests. Other world-famous stars that have sat down for an awkward chat with Dimoldenberg include actors Hugh Jackman, Ryan Reynolds, Jennifer Lawrence, and even Elmo.
Does Sesame Street have chicken shops?
We have chickens who go to shops.
In 2023, Dimoldenberg even interviewed Sean Evans, the host of another popular YouTube chicken-focused interview series, Hot Ones.
It's maybe the greatest crossover of all time.
Without a doubt.
Marvel, I don't think, has anything on us.
Definitely not.
According to Dimoldenberg, stars are now lining up to be on Chicken Shop Date, but she can't say yes to everyone. She told Cosmopolitan UK that she wants people on the show who she is genuinely a fan of and who make sense in the chicken shop. She didn't name any names, but she added, "We turn people down all the time." In 2022, you probably heard these lyrics on TikTok at least once.
My money don't jiggle jiggle, it folds. I'd like to see you wiggle wiggle. For sure, it makes me want to dribble dribble.
The rap song, called Jiggle Jiggle, and sung by the journalist and host Louis Theroux, was one of the year's biggest viral hits. But it wasn't written that year. In fact, Jiggle Jiggle was first recorded back in the early 2000s as part of Theroux's Weird Weekends series. In the episode, which was focused on rap music, Theroux rapped live on a radio show. Dimoldenberg knew about the rap and asked Theroux to repeat it during his interview on Chicken Shop Date. It was this rendition that ultimately went viral. It even led to both Theroux and Dimoldenberg recording the song and filming a music video for it with Jason Derulo. Theroux and Dimoldenberg, who both have a similar approach to interviewing, with an awkward tone and a deadpan expression, have crossed paths many times since their viral hit. In 2023, for example, Dimoldenberg also appeared on the Louis Theroux podcast. When asked to comment on Dimoldenberg for her British Vogue profile in 2024, Theroux spoke of the Chicken Shop Date host's brilliance, praising her many qualities, including her warmth and intelligence. He added that while it may not sound as glamorous, Dimoldenberg's work ethic was important to her success too.
I have an obsession with heels. Is
Oh
that
my
okay?
God, wow.
Dimoldenberg's journey with Chicken Shop Date has seen her interview some of the world's biggest stars, but it hasn't always been this easy. At one point, she even considered selling the rights to the show in order to make enough money to keep going. One media company offered to copyright the format for £500, which is just under $650. The deal would keep Dimoldenberg as the host, but she would be a salaried employee. She told The Cut, "Thank God I didn't do it." Instead, Dimoldenberg kept control of the format, and she still runs Chicken Shop Date by herself with the help of 2 other full-time employees. She told The Cut that she doesn't make Chicken Shop Date for the money or to be famous, but to offer something of quality. Chicken Shop Date didn't turn a profit until 2019, which was after Dimoldenberg decided to partner with Voxy at the end of 2018. Voxy is a mobile network for people aged under 29. The collaboration between Chicken Shop Date and Voxy saw Dimoldenberg travel the UK as part of a limited series called The Hot Sauce Tour. The deal with Voxy wasn't the only thing that helped keep Chicken Shop Date afloat. It's not confirmed exactly how much Dimoldenberg makes from YouTube, but creators generally get up to $30 per 1,000 views. That's around $15,000 for a video with 500,000 views, and the majority of her Chicken Shop Date interviews have more than this. In fact, many of her videos have millions of views. Dimoldenberg has put this income to good use. Also in 2018, as well as the Voxy deal, Dimoldenberg also started her own production company called Dims Inc., which is funded by the money she makes from her YouTube ads. As well as Chicken Shop Date, Dims Inc. is a home for all of Dimoldenberg's projects, like Amelia's Cooking Show and the Oscars Luncheon. The latter ran in 2024 and saw Dimoldenberg interview nominees over, you guessed it, chicken nuggets. Soon, Dimoldenberg is also set to launch the Dims Inc. Academy, which will support young people to harness their creativity. Dimoldenberg told Cosmopolitan UK that the project makes sense, given that the very first iteration of Chicken Shop Date was in her local youth club's magazine. She said, "It has been an ambition of mine to create something for young people." Much of Louis Theroux's success has come from his awkward yet direct interviewing technique, and in his comments for British Vogue, he complimented Dimoldenberg's similar style, noting that her encounters are brilliant because of this technique. He added, however, that she is not mean or cheeky, clarifying, "It's safe awkwardness." Dimoldenberg herself is also aware that her awkwardness and blunt nature are key to her virality. She has always been sarcastic, but it's now very useful. She wrote in her 2017 piece for The Guardian that her approach helps to disarm media-trained celebrities. More recently, she told Cosmopolitan UK that the personality people see in Chicken Shop Date and on the red carpet is exaggerated, but it is still her through and through. She added that she has evolved as a person since that first episode with Getz, however. She is now confident and warm, she says. This persona has undoubtedly won her fans all over the world. On YouTube, she has nearly 3 million subscribers, and her videos frequently receive millions of views. She appeals to many different people. In fact, one of her biggest fans is Kylie Jenner, who also happens to be a big fast food fan. Despite its ongoing success, Chicken Shop Date will eventually end. Dimoldenberg has confirmed in multiple interviews that she doesn't want the series to last forever, but that said, she has no plans to end it soon, so we can expect plenty more dates over chicken nuggets from the awkward star in the future. As well as projects like Dim's Inc. Academy, Dimoldenberg is also likely to continue strengthening her presence on the red carpet. She says she puts huge amounts of effort into these appearances to ensure they are unique and different from other interviews that are already out there. She told Cosmopolitan UK that she always tries to avoid being generic. This can be seen in her interviews at the Academy Awards, for example, in which she affectionately called Timothée Chalamet Timmy and told him,
"It's a taking part that counts."
She also sang with Jeff Goldblum and asked Cynthia Erivo if they could get matching tattoos.
I mean, I've never had a tattoo.
Then we'd be like really dating.
But while she describes herself as a journalist, Dimoldenberg also intends to expand beyond interviewing. She's been involved in other TV shows, with some writing and producing credits to her name, and she wants to do more in this sphere. She also told Cosmopolitan UK that she has plans to move into movies too, and has even written her own script for a comedy.